Well, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our MWR Financial Edge University live webinar. Listen, we are doing it live. Yes, we have a phenomenal guest on with us tonight, and I am truly excited for the information that's going to be delivered tonight. You're not going to want to miss this information, so be sure that you grab yourself a pen and a pad so you can take copious notes on the information that's going to be delivered tonight. I tell you what, we do this each and every week where we deliver to you the information that you need to succeed to get you on the other side of money. It's one thing that we're promoting what we are doing, exposing people to the information, but you have to have the education behind that. And that's what we do each and every Thursday night on our Financial Edge University webinar. So make sure you get those last minute calls, get those last minute texts. You want your team on this information tonight. You want your members in on this information tonight. We are open to anyone who wants to get this education. So be sure that you are on the platform tonight, which is financialedgelive.com, financialedgelive.com, each and every Thursday, 8:30 p.m. I tell you what, we have a phenomenal opportunity to expose MWR Financial, make wealth real to the highest level degree. We're getting ready to take this 2.0, folks. I like to say 3.0 if it's such a thing, because I tell you what, we have a lot coming down the pipeline. Have you registered for our upcoming event in April where we're going to be exposing our new platform, all of the new tools that we're going to have? You make sure that you're registered for this event, April 23rd and 24th of 2022, our year of transformation event. You're not going to want to miss this event. Be sure that you are plugged in so that way you can tell each and everyone about what's going on with our company. And also, while you still have the opportunity of a $99 cash from ball, get this information out. Time is running out, folks. You have a chance to be grandfathered in with such a phenomenal opportunity that you do not want to miss out on. So be sure that you're passing this information over to your loved ones, to your family members, friends, co-workers. Doesn't matter. They need to know what NWR Financial is all about. We got Mr. Dale Pennell, Durham, North Carolina. What's going on out there? We got Pam, Palm Bay, Florida. Welcome. Shauna Smith, welcome. Again, drop your name, city, and state. We got Trevor Thompson. Good afternoon, good evening. Good in Georgia. Welcome. How you doing? We got High Point, North Carolina. Pamela Rogers. Welcome. I tell you, we got Bezel out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Welcome. We got Teresa Cooper out of Snellville, Georgia. Welcome. All right, people are coming in from all over. Dolores Conviers, welcome. And Manning, South. We got Raleigh, North Carolina. Welcome. Let's see if we can get 50 states on tonight. Detroit, Michigan. Welcome. Mr. Spence Clark. Welcome. Roger Williams out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Welcome. Hinesville, Georgia. Kimberly. Welcome. Wow, we got P out of Maryland. Welcome. Oh, we got St. Pete, Florida. Welcome. Hugh Carter, Bentbrook, Texas. Welcome. We got Joan Robinson out of Sponick, Washington. Welcome. They're coming in, folks, from all over the country. Tanika T, Columbia, South Carolina. Welcome. People are chiming in from all over. Navasota, Texas. Vicky Jones. Welcome. George Diaz, Connecticut. Welcome. Bronx, New York. Paulette Miller. Welcome. Yvonne Blanding, St. Stephen, South Carolina. Welcome. I tell you what, we are excited, guys. People are chiming in from all over to get this information. We just cannot believe what MWR Financial is doing. We're changing the trajectory, one person, one family at a time. And I tell you, we are excited about what you're going to hear. Begin. Make sure you grab a pen and a pad, take copious notes on the information that's getting ready to be delivered. We're getting ready to get started here in just a second. We have a great guest on tonight to talk about taxes and how having the proper tool to be able to track your business expenses is powerful. You have to be sure that you're tracking your expenses. That way you are taking full control of your business, and that way you are in the place to be when it comes to your taxes. And as we're getting close to filing taxes, this is an incredible and powerful tool that you're going to want to get this information tonight. So with that being said, we get ready to get started with our host on tonight. And let's see here. Come on into the room. Again, drop your city and state, and we will get you recognized here live on the platform. With that being said, we have our guest, none other than the CEO of Hurdlr, Mr. Raj Baksha. I hope I did not botch up his last name.
Thanks, Daryl. I'm really happy to be here. It's Bhaskar. Baksha works too. Just Raj. Raj is the easy part. We don't need to
Raj,
worry about my last name.
pleasure. Well, the platform is yours, sir.
Thank you. Really appreciate the opportunity to come back. And you know, my co-founder and I started the company 10 years ago. We called it Hurdlr, and the name is to help MWR financial directors and their folks to overcome obstacles to managing your finances, and in particular your business finances and your taxes. All of the things that we're in the tax season right now, all of these things are a real pain right about now if you weren't automating it throughout the year, and that it's often an afterthought because you're really focused on what we call top of the funnel activity. You're trying to grow your business, make money, and that makes sense. And this administrative stuff, like nobody ever got into business to do all this administrative stuff. And I like to say that we started this company because we hate accounting and taxes with a passion. We're so passionate about it. We hate it so much that we want to do something about it for all of the entrepreneurs out there. We're helping 6 figures of entrepreneurs now. We've been doing it for about 10 years. And really, I want to thank Andamo and Brian for just really making the move and the investment to include Hurdlr as part of the MWR membership. It's a big difference maker. We're saving people on average $5,600 a year on their taxes. That's pretty significant. If you average that out on a monthly basis, it's very significant, hundreds of dollars a year. And the thing is, what we're doing is capturing the things you're already doing and making sure that you take advantage of the deductions available to you. And if you take it a step back, I know there's a lot of folks who are scared to leverage tax deductions, but all of the tax deductions that were created for self-employed business owners were created to create incentives for Americans to start businesses that ultimately create jobs and positively impact the economy. So they were created as incentives. So there's nothing wrong with taking advantage of them because the government created them so you would help the rest of the community. So nothing to be scared about. I wouldn't do anything funny or do anything crazy, but so many people leave thousands of dollars a year on the table because they're commingling all their business expenses inside of their personal accounts. Over 90% of entrepreneurs are doing that. And the Hurdlr app helps you automatically uncommingle all of that. So we're just helping you unwind all that, do a lot of it automatically, and then share that data with the tax professionals so that they can grab those deductions for you through the filings and help save you quite a bit of money. Now, I started the company with my co-founder about 10 years ago. I'm coming to you from my home, from my basement office. I like to joke, I've been trapped down here for a couple of years. I've been going to the office in DC, Washington, DC proper. We have a solid team across country. Thank you, Terry, for a shout out to Love Hurdlr. We love you back. Our team works hard every day for our users. So we started the company many years ago, and we started it off helping all kinds of folks that are participating in the gig economy. We had 6 figures of Uber drivers, a lot of Airbnb hosts, and then we started moving into more independent professionals, folks like yourselves that are really trying to grow their own business, their home business, and really affect others. And if you take advantage of Hurdlr, and there's no reason not to because it's part of your membership, So all you have to do is click a couple of buttons within MWR's platform. And I can't stress enough, you have to grab this from MWR platform. So don't go to Apple App Store or Google Play or Hurdlr.com. You got to grab it. You have to log into your MWR platform through your membership account. And from there, you can easily grab Hurdlr. It's integrated tightly with the MWR account. So it's maybe 1 or 2 clicks, and it brings you right into the platform. And then from there, the software will kind of walk you through the steps. It's just a handful of steps to connect your accounts. And that's how we start reading your data automatically and start capturing your deductions for you. Now, tax is, I like to say tax is, it's on the top of mind, maybe 1/3 of the calendar year. But something that should always be at top of mind throughout the whole year is your income. And frankly, some of your expenses too, so you can run a profitable business. But you should know where you're at with your income all the time. And that's where Hurdlr starts. We start with your income, and then we start tracking your expenses. And then all of that feeds into your taxes. So we can even give you a real-time income tax estimation anytime. And if you ultimately grab the mobile app, it's in your pocket. So you want to see where you're at anytime. You have a real-time P&L or profit and loss statement in your pocket. And for those of you who set goals of how much money you want to make, that's basically your goal tracker, because we give you the real-time profit number in your pocket before and after tax. So you can see the breakdowns in easy to understand language right there. It's basically another incentive and reminder to help you stay on track and meet your goals. And so that there's just, it's fascinating. There's a lot of folks who are taking advantage, but there are many folks who haven't activated this yet. And that, to me, that's fascinating, because I think probably a lot of folks just don't know about it yet, because it's seamless, and there's just no reason not to use it. It's part of your package. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. And it'll save you a lot of time and money. And that's why MWR partnered with us. And we're happy to roll this out to all of the financial directors and all of the folks in the platform. And thank you, Trevor. I really appreciate it. All the positive feedback is excellent. And we have our team. We have a customer success team as well. So you can chat within the app, the mobile app or the web app, if you have questions about it. And our team knows that you're with MWR. So they know that everything's included there. Excellent support from real humans that are based inside of the United States. Just really professional folks. And I think it's a good time. I'll show the web app on the screen here. We couldn't show mobile through this platform, but I'll give you some glimpses here. And once you go into your MWR platform and activate your Hurdlr account from there, then there'll be a bar here at the top. So you see here where it has some quick action items. There's another one that I already have the mobile app, but there's another one that would be here that lets you click on it and enter your mobile number to send you a text to grab the mobile app. So pretty seamless. But here you see, now this is my demo account that I've been using. So it's all connected. But just if you take a glimpse here on the left of different options, you have automatic mileage tracker. So when you have the mobile app, if you turn the automatic mileage tracking on, it'll track all your drives as trips, and you can swipe right to mark a drive as business or swipe left as personal. And mileage is if you're doing a lot of trips to meet with folks or business trips, it adds up really quickly. It's over 50 cents. You get a 50-cent deduction per mile, over 50 cents. It fluctuates every year, but it's the last 10 years it's been over 50 cents. So think about every 2 miles is over $1 deduction. That adds up fairly quickly. So that's one of the lowest hanging fruits that people don't take advantage of. Then there's the expenses tab. And then for tracking income, taxes will give you a full breakdown of federal and state, if you have state income tax in your state, and as well as self-employed taxes. A bunch of different reports if you want to drill down into different categories, or you want to see a profit and loss statement as opposed to just this quick P&L tile here that shows you that I have these tiles defaulted to last year at the moment, so I can show you a full year's worth since we're just in the first third of the year, so I have less data tracked. But last year I made about $40,000 after income, after expenses and taxes were taken out, so pretty good. Top line number 65,000. I could go on all day about I like to talk about also like to talk about how income is not profit in any business. Generally speaking, there aren't too many businesses where there aren't any expenses or taxes, so it's important to know these three numbers: income, expenses, and taxes, so you can set your goals accordingly. And some of these additional features will be coming to MWR soon, in another month or two. With we'll be upgrading the platform there, so in case you want to take advantage of some of those as well. But you see here in the web app that you get a really good snapshot view of your profit and loss. The cash flow tile will be coming to you all soon. You can see some mileage, what your top expense categories are, how your income's looking, the tax breakdown. And these things on mobile are going to be in your phone and even more quick glance. So in these tiles, we have more data in these tiles, and they're pretty easy to understand. On mobile, it's even easier. It'll be less detail because we have less screen, but you'll be able to see things really quickly that give you that extra, either it's that positive, you're excited because you're hitting your numbers, or it's that extra motivation to do some activities to increase your numbers, the numbers you're seeking. Now, if I click on, let's pick a good one here. If I drill down into taxes, and I go back to last year, since we're in the tax season, it's going to show me that I did pretty well. So I owe about $9,000 in taxes. And this is the estimate, and it's showing the breakdown here by federal, state, and self-employed. And if we can drill down on some of those and see, a lot of folks don't want to get into that type of detail, FICA, Medicare, but you can get a sense along the way of what you need to set aside for taxes if you're really crushing it out there. But the nice thing is you can fire off these reports to your tax pros to really easily take all this data and run with it. Basically, file for your deductions for you, so you can kind of hand that off. And I think for the type of business you all are running, it's important to spend as much time in the top of your funnel, which we would call growing your income, meeting with folks, building out your own membership base, recruiting folks. Like that's where you want to be spending time. You don't want to be spending time managing your expenses, tracking your taxes, all of this stuff. Like Hurdlr automates that. So if you take a little bit of time to grab this from the MWR platform, get it set up, that's all you really need to do. Invest that little bit of time, and now a lot of your administrative headache goes away, and you can focus more time on sales, on relationship building, on really just driving those activities that grow your business. Because I can tell you, filing your taxes and tracking your expenses doesn't grow your business. It'll save you. This tool will save you time. It'll save you money by making sure you capture those deductions, but it's not going to grow your business. What's going to grow your business are the things you do by meeting with folks, talking with folks, all of those marketing activities you do to grow your business. We want to free you up to do more of that. MWR wants to free you up to do more of that, and that's why they're investing in Hurdlr, and why it's part of the platform to make this available to you. Other things I can show you here. So if we go to expenses, and I'll just go to 2021. So you can see if you use Hurdlr and you're tracking your stuff all year long, you're going to see the whole year across the top. It's pretty nice. If you find that you like to check in once a week or once a year, and you come in, or sorry, once a month. Once a year isn't going to cut it. But on web is nice because you can do a lot of bulk processing, like just check a box, check a bunch of things, and tag things as business. On mobile, it's great if you're out and about and just as things come, there's notifications. You can turn them off or you can leave them on. They're pretty good when they're on because you can just tag things right from the notification without going straight into the app. And those are just quick actions throughout the day when you're in line or when you have a moment to just kind of stay on top of things. But if you prefer to do weekly or monthly, the web is really nice because you can do what we call bulk processing and just knock things out really quickly. But what you don't want to do is save all of this stuff until like right now, so the whole year, and having to go through it. If you find that you've been doing this stuff all year long, sorry, you haven't been tracking all year long. I want to share a couple of data points with you. So the busiest day at Hurdlr every year for the last 6, 7, 8 years has always been January 1st. There's a large set of folks that are just excited to get their whole year tax report out of Hurdlr. I appreciate the eagerness, and I tell you, no matter what day of the week January 1st falls on, no matter what folks did on New Year's Eve, January 1st is the busiest day of the year for us. And we have a whole team is on deck and ready to roll. But the second busiest day of Hurdlr every year without fail is always the day after taxes are due. So this year taxes are due April 18th. So the second busiest day of Hurdlr in 2022 will be April 19th without fail, guaranteed. And it is for all the folks who wished they had used Hurdlr in 2021, and they realized that they should have been doing that. And I got to tell you, that's fine. Like the perfect day to start doing this is the day you're ready to start. So if that's April 19th, just do it. Don't worry about, oh, do I need to start on January 1 or this date or that date? The perfect date is the date you start. And if you connect your accounts, most of the accounts you connect will go back to January 1. So you can catch up there if you want. But I wouldn't put it off much longer than that. Just when it's in your mind, that's the perfect day. Like don't keep brushing it off. If you thought about it, do something about it, take action. MWR has made it extremely easy for you. You don't have to pay extra for it. It's part of your membership. You only have to click a couple of things. I don't even think you have to enter like your name. It's integrated with your account already. So you just need to click a button or two and you're off to the races. Just very straightforward. And then if you're into when you start doing stuff, and if you're really running your business like a business, then you can see you can see what a professional profit and loss report looks like here, and it's in a easy to understand format. So this is kind of like a report, a PDF style format. On the mobile version, you'll see more chart that's quick to read. This can be useful if you need loans or other things. Banks will ask for this, so you can get that out of Hurdlr. You just got to start tracking your stuff. So nice and neat. And I got to tell you, like tax filers and accountants, all these folks, when they learn about us through the reporting that users give them, they start referring us to. They love us. It saves them a lot of time, and so. They love us. I think anytime we get the 5 stars and the thumbs up from the actual accounting and tax professionals, we know we've done some good stuff. So it's just something whether it's tax season or the regular calendar year, like to say, you gotta keep the income coming and stay profitable all year long. And then there's just this extra headache during the tax season. But if you check out our reviews online, I think we're 20,000 plus reviews across Apple and Google, 4.6, 4.7 star average. The common things I see are folks love our customer service. And then the second thing is, especially right now, people are talking about how their tax professionals were just loved the reports and made their job easy as well. So that's kind of the quick overview of Hurdlr. And I think it was someone Ndamo maybe. We're gonna jump on and we're gonna chat a little bit.
Hey, Raj, man, I appreciate you. I know it's not easy just kind of talk, almost kind of talking to yourself, but you're talking to an audience out there.
I
But you
love
did a great.
the shout outs.
Right. No, I love that you engage people with that way. And trust me, there's a lot of shout outs there. If you saw our testimonial page and saw how many people talk about it. In fact, you inspired me to do something, and I'm gonna have Martina. You're gonna see her excellence here right now. Let me do something here before I tell her to do this. I just want to show you, Raj, which allows me to get everybody else to see a glimpse of what Hurdlr will look like and where they will see it in our upcoming they won't see it here now, but when we go forward they will see it. And I just have to get to a certain place here. Let me just click on this and okay, I just want you to kind of see where it is. Okay, let me go back. These are like new pages, Raj, that we've created that are happening, and I just want you to kind of get a sense of where they're going to see Hurdlr. So everyone's going to get a chance to see this. I think I have to go back here and tell Martina I'm going to share my screen. Okay, let's see here. I'll click on that. Share my screen. Okay, and then click. And then share, and I think Martina, wait just a moment. Let me hide this and then go here. Raj, you wouldn't believe it. I'm a low-tech guy in a high-tech world, but I'm making this happen. Okay, all right. Martina, if you could pull it up for me and let me know, Raj, if you see it.
Yep. I see it.
Okay, so this is going to be kind of our overview page, but you're going to see it through other pages. But I just want to scroll down here, and these are all of our services that we have here. And what you're going to see right next to it is, look at this, automated expense tracking. This is where you're going to want to go in and log in and get set up with your Hurdlr account, as opposed to going, as you heard Raj say, trying to go to the Play Store or the App Store, all that stuff. You want to go right here, and everything's included. There it says it's included in your membership. Well, let me see if I can get this a little higher. It's included in your membership. So I just want you to know, and then add throughout the membership, where I don't care if anywhere you are on, like Reduce My Taxes, you will see this Hurdlr app right here where you can easily go access it. So it's exciting. Everybody gets to see that beforehand. You helped everyone get a sneak peek of what we're going to be showing them in April, Raj. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Thank you, Martina. I appreciate that. So, Raj, let me ask you this. I just want for me to kind of recap, because I am a low-tech guy in a high-tech world. So what Hurdlr really does is it allows me that as I'm out there doing my business, and I can indicate it'll track my expenses. So when I'm paying for something, I can say if this is personal or if this is business, and it'll separate everything for me, actually create a report. So it makes it easy for me when I'm filing my taxes to give it to my tax preparer. But it also sounds like if I want to now set some goals and I want to get an idea that I'm 1099 for the very first time. Let's talk about that. And we have a lot of people that have been, say, realtors or networkers like we are, or they could be any sort of thing. They were 1099 for the first time, and they forgot about Uncle Sam. they looked at this as like income coming in, and they're just going, okay, and they didn't pay tax. They go, then they get this tax bill. Go, what? I have to pay how much in taxes? This stops us from all that, right, Raj? Because we're now, what you showed me earlier, and Martina, if you could maybe bring that back up, where it just shows that it will tell you kind of an estimated about where your taxes will be. And Raj, if you could kind of take us to that part, I would have thought that was exciting, to know that it would track like that.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go. I'll go here and we'll go to the last year here. So right in here on the tile, it's going to show you total right there.
The total taxes so far. Yeah, so that helps give you an idea. So that way you know you're putting enough money away to pay for your taxes. If you're getting to the point of your tax preparer, your CPA has you paying quarterly taxes, you'll kind of know what to expect as you go forward. But that's I thought was tremendous. But then I also like all of these tabs where I can, if I want to know what my profit and loss is, I can go there, my cash flow, my mileage, my expenses, my income, my taxes, and just by, it sounds like, a couple of clicks when I'm doing something, it'll automatically, I don't have to be the guy sitting here trying to how to figure this all out. It will automatically put everything where it's supposed to put it. Is that accurate, Raj?
Yeah, definitely. And there's AI, artificial intelligence in there where it's going to start learning common things you do to automate it further based on each individual. So it'll learn, for example, your common driving route. So let's say, how about every time you take your kids from home and drop them off at school or pick them up and bring them right back, we automatically mark it as a personal drive. So it won't show up in that feed again. You don't have to swipe it left for personal. Little things like that just makes it nicer, speeds up the time, saves you more money. So you just have to connect your accounts and swipe on some things to help it learn that, yeah, these are my business things, these are my personal. And this is for all the folks who don't have dedicated business cards or accounts, which is almost everybody. Mm-hmm. Almost everybody is doing this stuff inside of personal accounts, which is fine. Mm-hmm. So it's almost like a layer on top of that says, okay, since you're doing everything in your personal account, let's have this like virtual layer that helps separate all the business stuff out of it.
No, terrific. Well, Raj, we have some questions from the field, so I'd love to be able to kind of get those addressed and answered. And so what we're going to do, the first one was from Darren Beckham Carr. He said, can you categorize if you have multiple businesses?
Absolutely.
There you go, Darren. I should say Darren.
So 25 to 30%. Last time I remember, at least that many of our users are tracking 2 or more businesses. And there's no limit to the number of businesses you can track inside of your one account. So all of that's part of it. Yep.
Outstanding. Well, thank you, Darren. Let's see who's up next. I know Martina's going to let us know the next question here.
If you mark something as income, can it be changed to an expense? Yes, certainly.
So that makes it easy. Great question. These questions, look at, you're handling them just like you're playing tennis. You're out there knocking it back. Let's see here. How far back can you go with Hurdlr? Okay, Tammy.
Yeah. So if I interpret that as like you connect a bank account or credit card, and how far back will they pull the data? Technically, that is based on each of the roughly 10,000 different institutions that we support. So each one determines how far back they go. But most will go back. Let's say if you start today, they'll go back. Most will go back to January 1 of 2021. So they go back. Sometimes they might only go back 3 months or 6 months or a year. But most banks and credit cards go back quite some time. Yeah. All right, but I'll tell you this: like I wouldn't, if I was a financial director, like I wouldn't try to. If you weren't tracking anything in 2020, I wouldn't try to like go back and track 2020 because you're not going to get. It's going to be a lot of headache because how are you going to make some decisions on this stuff? Yeah. I don't want to, this, like Hurdlr is not a magician. It's a Hurdlr. Right. It helps you get over obstacles, but we didn't call it magic, whoever. Like.
Right. Right. So no, absolutely. Now here, Daryl Banks is asking, is there an affiliate link to offer someone this if they're not part of MWR Financial? The answer is no. They have to be through MWR Financial. That's why it's a free benefit of the membership. That's what you heard, Raj talk about earlier. That's why you don't want to go outside of MWR Financial, because you will find out you'll have to pay for it. So this allows you to have it as part of your membership. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
who else?
think you want to get
Yes.
folks like, to join MWR.
Right.
I think that's I think the whole in finance, like you have to be holistic really to be successful.
Correct.
Like there isn't like one silver bullet that just does it. You gotta think holistically, and that's really when I look at MWR, like that's what you all have done. You've thought holistically.
Correct. No, absolutely, you hit it right on the head, Raj. So now Martina's asking, what happens when you do not swipe left or right on an expense? Does that affect anything?
Doesn't affect anything. So you've already incurred the expense, right? Because Hurdlr is reading data after you've incurred the expense or received the income. And so that's already occurred. What we're doing is helping you classify things and divvy them up as personal versus business. So really, if you're running all of this stuff in your personal accounts, everything's defaulted automatically to personal, because that's how it's a personal account. So until you swipe it as business, it's not part of your business. It's not deductible. And so it's kind of like your email inbox. If you don't take any action on it, it's just sitting there.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Okay, now Reginald asked if he just signed up for another service and he wants to know how it compares to Hurdlr. I think he's using Keeper Tax, and he wants to know the comparison. I mean, what would you say?
Simplest answer is this is part of your membership.
Right. That's
a button off to the races.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know how much Keeper Tax costs, but if it was free, first of all, I'm skeptical on free products.
Right.
Hurdlr isn't free. MWR has invested quite a bit into it as part of your membership offering. So, yeah, that's the simplest way I can answer that.
All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to get two more. That's it. Just two more questions, and then we're going to be out of here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just see who we have. I believe. Let's see here. So Tammy's asking, so I was tracking automatically, then settings changed due to protection. How do I add what didn't get tracked?
Okay. So if we're talking about, well, really, whether we're talking about mileage or income or expenses, in the mobile app, there's an orange plus button in the top right corner.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll let you add past items in.
Okay.
And I think Tammy might be referring to, so at least as in mobile, every year around September, Apple and Google update the mobile OSs, like iOS for Apple and Android for Google. And the privacy protections are getting tighter and tighter. And so location tracking falls within privacy. And unfortunately, we have to use location tracking to track mileage. I guarantee you nobody in Hurdlr has any interest in knowing where you're at. We could care less where you're at.
Right.
And we're all just like you. We don't have time to do things. And so, but so that unfortunately mileage gets caught in there, and they're making it harder and harder to track your location. And if we can't track location, we can't automatically track mileage.
So when they do that, that's what creates settings changes, and you may have to go back in and adjust it.
Yeah, and my team can help. Like you can reach out with the chat, and we know about all the different. There's so many different variations out there, especially on Android. There's so many different devices.
Okay, great question. We're going to have two final questions. This is Malachi. He's asking if you're driving to and from work every day, is that considered a business trip or personal? Well, Malachi, we're not the experts on taxes, so
I'll answer
you
it.
have to make. But Raj,
I'll
I
answer
knew you could
it.
answer it, right?
Yeah. Generally speaking, the answer is no, it's not deductible. However, there's some cases where it is. For example, if your home office is your full-time office, and you occasionally go to a separate work office, sometimes that's deductible. But generally you can't have it both ways. You can't like deduct a home office and deduct an actual office, and it's not like that. And so I would always say, like, there are a lot of deductible business expenses and most people aren't taking advantage of them. And so I would just start there and definitely not get, and I know you're not intending this, but I'm just telling folks, like, it's a good chance to remind folks that don't get too creative.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No, that's great, Raj. I appreciate that. And then Lisa Jones, the last question: what if you use a credit card instead of a bank account card? Can it keep your expenses that way?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can link credit cards as well. And it's not well known, but so credit cards are backed by a bank. So a lot of times, like, let's say if you have like a branded card like Southwest Airlines, if you look on the back, it might be Chase in small writing. And so Chase is the bank that the credit card runs through. So a lot of times when you link in our account, you might have to look on the back at what bank it's actually a part of. So in our world, they're kind of all one and the same. And yeah, absolutely, you can track that, and you should. That's where a lot of your stuff is going to be.
All right, fantastic. Well, Raj, I'm telling you, I appreciate it. One of the things that I think someone had asked is if just kind of a quick overview again. So it's just real simple. This allows you to, and what it says, it's an automated expense tracker. So it allows you, as you have expenses and you incur expenses with MWR Financial, you can track them, and you can you can do anything you're spending money on. You could call it personal, you could call it business, and nice and neatly puts things into certain categories. So whatever report you need, if you are going, like you said, maybe you're going to refinance your house, you're going to go buy a car, you're buying a home or something like that, and you need a profit and loss statement, you can go to your Hurdlr account and pull up and actually create a profit and loss statement for you that you can send out if you've been utilizing it regularly. You can also go out and you can look at your reports to see what your mileage has been, what your expense has been. I think you can see it from one year to the next, like if you've increased and not. So it gives you a lot of detail about what you've done in your home-based business and what you're doing personal. So it just makes it nice and neat, makes it real simple for your tax preparers. As you heard Raj talk about earlier, they're going to love it. It just makes it very, very easy for you. They're going to really, really thank you. You may have to negotiate with them to say, hey, give me a little bit lower cost to do that, but they're going to take care of you. They're going to love you for that. So, Raj, I want to thank you for coming out and being willing. I know this is way past normal work time for you. It's late at night. I know you have a family. They're going, where did he go? So we want to get you back to your family, but we appreciate that you came out as an expert to really kind of help people understand that, first of all, they need to make sure they go in their back office and connect with Hurdlr, but to use it because it's going to be to their benefit. And you showed some of the value of that tonight. So we appreciate that. And we want to thank you so much.
Thank you, Adambo. I always appreciate coming on here. It's been too long.
It has.
And just, yeah, I appreciate everyone, all your financial directors showing up and asking questions, and just enthusiasm in general. It's good. I mean, to be enthusiastic about taxes and finances, that's a big deal.
Right, exactly. No, you're right, Raj. Absolutely. So with that said, I'm going to turn the platform back over to Daryl Banks. He's going to take us out of here. And again, Raj, appreciate you big time. And everyone here at MWR Financial, we appreciate you attending the Financial Edge University webinar, if you will. Today was the live, so we're going to go on and take this back to you, Daryl. And for all those that want to see, Daryl, if you'll let them know how they can see the replay, because we had several people asking about that, so you can let them know how that happens. Thank you so much, Daryl, for all that you do here for us and helping us here at MWR. Got to unmute yourself. I know I've done that.
Absolutely. Hey, but listen, Dom, I want to thank you so much. Raj, we want to thank you for being with us tonight as well. Hey, listen, you can catch the replay of this tonight on our Facebook and YouTube pages for MWR Financial. So be sure that you check that out so you can catch the replay. Also, we have less than 15 days to be sure that you're registered for our upcoming 2022 Transformation Live event. You want to be there so that way you can get the edge of the information that's going to take you to the next level with your business. So definitely be sure that you're registered. Time is running short, and so you want to be registered for this event. Also, next Thursday, we're right back here at 8:30 for our MWR Financial Edge live webinar. So be sure that you are in the place so you can see and hear from the expert yet again. We want to thank you so much. You all have a good night.